Today we do not have a steel MS-261C. As cool as that would be, we're not looking at this one today. Instead, we're going to be looking at this honey. It is an ECS-356, made in Japan. Japanese chainsaw. I found this, I actually found this in my barn. I don't know where I got it. I have no idea. It was in my barn. I was going through some stuff, seen it sitting there, pulled it. It's not locked up. The throttle moves. So, you know, if it's got compression and spark, a little ether should make it go. So, I know absolutely nothing about these saws. If you guys do, help me out. I did a quick Google, and it was very, very limited on the information side of stuff. So, it's kind of my plan on this one. Tear this thing apart and see exactly what's up. It looks to be in okay shape. It's got a busted chunk out of the handle here, but kind of a different saw for what I'm used to. We'll just have to see what we think. Grab a rag here. See what this saw is all about. All right. Japan. ECS-356. It's got a plug in it. This was unhooked. Figure we'll just start with the basics here, huh? Now this has been out of my barn now for, I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know where it came from. It was in my pile of saws. Ugh. And I'm gonna get pliers to take that off. Vice grips will work. Ooh. Let's see. That cap's been on there for a minute. Well, this is starting terrible. Old saw. Not a great start. There's a reason it was in my parts pile, I guess, but I don't even know where this thing came from. Oh, there you go. The oil cap came loose. We still got the chain on it. I'm not sure where this saw came from. It was in my pile of scrap saws. And I was looking for a part for a steel, and I grabbed this to throw it out of the way, and I kind of stopped and said, the heck is this thing? I don't know anything about it. But it's not locked up. I mean, I broke the oil cap just now. Looks like the chain is froze on there. Figure we'd tear this thing apart and see what's going on with it. Or see how it's made, I guess. I have no information on the saw. I don't have any history. I don't have any specs. Looking at it, I'm going to guess it's a 28 to 34 cc saw. I'm guessing. I don't know. Feel free to do a Google on it, because I tried and nothing came up. Look how little those are. 10 mil. Isn't that precious? A socket. No, I don't think I'm a handyman. I think I'm a jack of all trades, master of none kind of guy. Alright. So it's got the bar adjuster built in to the side cover. But how do you adjust it? Because like on a steel, it's built into the side case. This one's built into the side cover. Must be right here, just corroded. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is right there. There's your adjuster. Boy, this chain is rusty. Ooh, I don't know if I can get off the dang bar. Yeah, if you guys got any specs or information on this saw, I'd appreciate it. It's not a mechanical DeWalt. It is a ECS-356 made in Japan. I have no idea how old it is or the history of it, but I figured it'd be kind of cool to tear it apart and see how it's built. You got to take a chisel to your chain. You know it's rough shape. All right. There we go. Mint. I mean, I don't know what you guys are talking about on rust. I was just running this saw yesterday, so I mean that's stock. That's stock right there. Let's see what kind of chain this is. Get the old guide out. We got what size chain is this? 3/8. We got 3/8 chain. Three-eighths with, we'll go and guess it's 043. Let's try 043 out. No, it's bigger than that. There we go. 3/8, 50 gauge drivers. So pretty standard chain. Nothing crazy. If this bar had a no sprocket, she said goodbye a long time ago. Another wild thing is I don't see a oiler hole on the bar. Unless it's just that corroded up. I guess we'll have to take a look at that and see where this thing oils at. Or no, these must be the oiler holes right here. These big ones. Yeah, I suppose it clamps down and sends oil through these big holes. That's kind of different. Huh. Yeah, you guys probably can't see it, but there's light. Goes to this big old hole right here on that, so there's your oiler. I'm not getting any numbers off this thing. I don't see anything on this bar, but there you go. There's the old bar and chain. It's got a clutch, no handbrake. There's your oiler. Muffler. Looks like we've got choke. It moves. That's a good sign. Air filter's still in it. Wow, those lines are, I don't even want to push on the lines. They feel like glass. I mean, they are stiff. But they actually look semi-clean in here. They give you options for adjustment. You're high and you're low on this side. This was unplugged. I don't know if it happened when I threw it in the scrap pile or somebody had that apart for some reason, but it's not locked up. Feels like she's got okay compression. I might just have to grab some brake clean and send it down the pipe and see if it'll fire. Get the plug wire back on. All right. We got it off and an on. Off, on. Got aluminum magnesium handle, plastic recoil assembly. I haven't really worked on it, so I can't tell if it's built good or not, but first impression, I mean, it feels solid for whatever kind of saw this is. Let me grab some brake cleaner. I have starting fluid somewhere, but okay. This stuff works. See what happens. Look at that. That sucker fired. Huh. That's pretty cool. This has been laying outside, I don't know, for years. I don't know the story on it. I don't know where I got it. I don't know if I bought a lot of saws and this came with it, so I chucked it out in the pile. But yeah, she fired. Cool. Heck yeah. I mean, there's no way putting gas in this it would run, is there? I mean, I broke the cap trying to get it off, so. I'm gonna guess that's probably. Let's see here. Oh, this cap's probably like 30 bucks. Correction, this cap was 30 bucks. Well, when you get into situations like this, there's only one answer. You get a hammer. A chisel and a little encouragement. Well, that gas cap does not want to give up. On today's episode, will he get the gas cap off? Wow. The heck? Grab a smaller chisel. Gotta look like this side, right? Yeah, it's just a plastic. Huh. Gas cap that won't give up. I don't want to break the case, but I really want this cap out of here. This cap ain't coming off, obviously, but it's time just to get aggressive with it. I ain't saving this saw. That thing won't give up. You guys got any tips? Besides just going. Chisel this side out. There it went. Perfect. Knocked it down to the tank. Yeah, the inside of that tank is all corroded. I mean, so in order to save the saw, you'd have to take care of that, because that aluminum or magnesium that's delaminating, it would plug up your filter every time. So no, this thing would have to, I think, was it acid etching bath is what they use, vinegar, stuff like that. But I mean, other than that design, that fuel line is so hard. Scared to even touch that. But if anybody missed it, this thing did fire. Kind of. It did, I promise. Like a fire and a kind of a run. Little choke. Man, it sounds good. It's got good compression. Man, part of me wants to put gas in it. Just cause. What do you think? Yeah, I can read your comment. Yeah, I was thinking about the giant vice grip or the giant chisel. Hammer it straight down. Then I was like, I'll just keep fighting it. You always got to use a dirty funnel. Well, that don't work. Oh yeah, look at that. See, there's a reason this was in the scrap pile. There's a hole in the oil tank. Ha! Yeah, it leaked out. Hey, this is all real life stuff here. You guys, you're seeing the saw for the first time, just like me. For sale. So that means this is going to turn into, will it run maybe to, let's tear it apart, throw it into a box, label it ECS-356, throw it in the corner of my shop in case I ever get another saw that's one of these and I need a part. I'll have one. See how that works? Now this is the only saw I've ever had of this. I've never another saw like this, so it's pretty slim, but you never know. You never know. Well, that's a bummer. I didn't know that thing's broke. And that would be why it was in the chainsaw parts pile. There's some guys on here probably thinking, oh, I could just JB weld that and she'd be a good saw, but nah. No, she wouldn't. Ugh. Back in the pile. If I ever needed parts, I could tackle it then. Do I tear it apart or throw it back in the saw pile? I might throw it back in the saw pile. Just because I don't really feel like putting all this stuff in a box. And one of these days I'll show you guys my saw pile. It's pretty outrageous. The parts saw pile is probably, I don't know, 200 or 300 saws, just in a giant pile. You never know when you need a part. I can strongly say this is the only saw in that pile of this brand. I don't want to throw this away, but the chances of me ever having one of these saws I need a part off of it are real slim. And I don't sell any parts, so there's really not any, money in it for me, other than I'm a hoarder, and I enjoy it. All right, I think we're just gonna throw it back together, at least the power head. Because if I tear this apart and throw it in a box, it's just gonna sit in a box. But if I throw it together as a power head, minus the bar and the chain, I don't care about those. Makes more sense. Yeah, Easy Start, yeah. MS-250C, if it's got a C on the end, it's an Easy Start. I got half a dozen of those. I got a half a dozen of them with broken springs. The problem is the guys that drop start them, myself included. If you drop start an Easy Saw or Easy Start steel, you can break the spring. They're designed just to be really gently pulled a couple times, crank themselves, so. All right, guys, this was a short one. Sorry it wasn't very cool. I did not realize this thing had a hole in it, but it does. And I don't feel like tearing this all the way apart just to have it in a box in the shop. I'd rather have the power head out in the dirt. So there we go. Thank you for tuning in. I like that there's other chainsaw people out there. So have a good one. I'm out.